Welcome back, my fellow ant keepers and hobbyists alike. I am the Colonialist, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at 3D printed nests. These ones have been provided by Ants, and I'll drop the link to his website in the description. First, check out this founding nest for larger species, which is a new design he's made and I'm going to be checking out. Also to note, my tripod broke during filming, so I jury-rigged it back together. Forgive the angles. I must say, checking out this nest, I was surprised to find the quality. He uses 50% infill on the printing, whereas most retailers use around 15 or so percent. It's also been printed using the hyper quality settings, and it really does show in the fill. The lines are much smoother, and it's got a really nice weight to it from the amount that has been filled. In layman's terms, it's basically just a really nice quality product that should have a good amount of life to it. It's good value for the quality. I believe the founding nest is going to retail somewhere around £19.99. When you consider the fact that this small founding nest takes over 15 hours to print, that's an absolute bargain. Everything fits nicely together. As you saw, you can lift the lid on quite nicely. It's held in place by 4 small but quite powerful magnets. It comes with a thin layer of red acetate. This is because some species of ant are unable to see the red light spectrum. I think it's a great addition simply because even if a species can see the red light spectrum, it disturbs them less when you're using a red filter. The next layer under the red acetate is the clear acrylic. However, in the video, I still have its protective covering on. This just peels off. It's not a problem. It comes off quite easily. I did find it a little bit tricky to remove the magnets, only because they are small and they are quite powerful. And they don't want to stick to each other, but they want to stick to the magnets that are on the nest. This is the clear acrylic plastic cover, as you can see. It still has the protective film on it. Don't worry about that. It's a few millimeters thick, and it's been cut really nicely. All the edges are quite smooth, and it fits in quite nicely, and it gives a full seal when it sits on the nest. Here is the main housing of the nest. As you can see, there's 3 chambers in total. I would say you've got 2 chambers which are hydrated, and then the rear chamber at the back where they can store food or pupae depending on their requirements in the species. As I said, this has been designed for a larger species of ant to be housed, and it is a founding chamber for them. These are the 4 small magnets I spoke about earlier. As I said, they are quite powerful. They can be a little bit tricky to get off, but they're great. My nest did come with spares. And finally, of course, you have the hydration chamber, which just has this piece of sponge. It can be replaced, pulled out. You can use something else with it, but it just pops into this chamber here. There is warnings on the instructions about it being overhydrated. So when you are adding water to it, just make sure that you add small amounts. I've got a good bag of accessories that go with the nest. These are the bits that just slip in place, so you can attach PVC tubing to this one. As you can see, it just slots in there quite nicely. This piece is the hydration piece. You will need a small syringe if you've got any of the dropper bottles. I know that Ants Davey, when you buy from him, you always get like a sort of 10ml or 20ml dropper bottle. I personally use those because they're perfect, but you could use something like a small syringe. Again, that just slips in place. You've got 2 parts for this, so you can position it so it's either laying down or standing up. So you have the 2 options with this nest of going horizontal or vertical, which is always a really nice option to have if you're limited on space like I am. I've actually been looking for vertical solutions for my nests. The package I received also came with another set of ports. These were larger. I'm not sure if they're for test tubes, so you can hook them directly up to test tubes, or if it's just a larger port for the larger species to be able to use larger PVC tubes. But again, I thought that was just a really nice touch to be able to have those options and to make the nest more accessible for different uses. I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for allowing me to get to grips with this product and to show it to everybody. I'm actually fairly impressed with the quality and the design. Although some of it is simple and functional, when it comes to ants, that's all you really need. Let's take a look at the larger nest. This one I'm planning to hook up to my Camponotus nicobarensis colony, as their numbers just keep on exploding. So it's got a really nice lid, just like the other one, lifts off easily. It's got a little instruction sheet in there, and it's got the sort of return address and stuff like that. Any issues, guys, do not hesitate to get in contact. Anthony Locke, he's the guy that runs Ants, and you know, he's just really helpful. The service is good and the quality is good. As a disclaimer, I just want to say with 3D printed products, the measurements might not be perfect. They may be a couple of millimeters out, so you may find putting the accessories in the ports might be a little bit stiff, or you know, it might be a little bit harder. You might need to get a file and just file it down, or speak to Anthony and he will obviously sort that out with you. It is rare to happen, but with 3D printed products it is a possibility, so just be prepared for that. Otherwise it is 110%. The quality is actually really nice, and as before, I actually just wanted to peel off a bit of the protective layering so that you can see that it's not a blue screen, just in case you was looking at the previous Nest and Cone. Well, it's blue, I don't want blue. It is perfectly clear just like that. So this is the largest 3D printed Nest available, and I quite like its natural design of varied shapes, sized chambers. It'll be interesting to see how the Camponotus nicobarensis fill it out. The carving along the back of this nest is for a heat cable to run through, so you can secure that in place with a bit of tape or with a bit of blue tack quite easily. And you've got the hydration chamber at the top. It has the same accessories as the previous nest, so you'll find one accessory will be so that you can have it horizontal laying down, and one accessory will be so that you can have it vertical standing up. So again, you've got multiple options on how you wish to use this nest with your personal colony. If you prefer it laying down or if you prefer it standing up, the choice is yours, which is really nice aspect of the design of these nests, that you have a multiple choice of housing. It does also come with a stand to make it go vertical. I can't remember if that's an added option or if that just comes with them sort of generically. I will check with Anthony and let you guys know, because I will be doing a follow-up review on these nests, especially once I've got ants housed in them. Try and do a time lapse of the nicobarensis filling in the nest and seeing what they make of it. Also, to add, this nest comes with 4 entry points, so you can blank them off. You can use 1, 2, 3 or 4 ports. The choice is yours depending on what space you've got to work with and your colony, how many ins and outs they've got. That's another fantastic part of the design. I'm looking forward to the follow-up review, putting the ants in and letting you know how they get on. I hope you have enjoyed today's review and found it interesting and helpful. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you've got a 3D printed nest and want to add in your ideas and what species you house in them, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. So I believe this concludes my Ants review. Check him out. And I'm going to go into a little teaser of my plan for next week's episode. So this Chinese generic manufactured nest, you can pick it up on eBay and Amazon relatively cheaply. I'm going to do a review and a build to let you guys know exactly why I think its design is perfect for Mesobarbarus and the reason that I say it beats many of the nests out on the market. So stay tuned for next week. Grab a like, drop me a comment as to what you think. What do you think of Chinese manufactured nests, and will you be looking forward to the build, design and review? Until next time guys, this is the Colonialist signing out.